https://discord.gg/flat-earth. Welcome to 24/7 Flat Earth Discord channel. Be sure to go to VC Chi Check and 1 to get your VC verification tags to get involved in the conversation about our Earth. Be sure to bring your verifiable Earth curvature evidence, though.
Enemy spotted.
Abba.
I do want to, however, pause for a second and give Abba a chance to bring his best evidence for scientific evidence of the Earth being a globe.
Oh, there is none. The Earth is obviously flat.
So why are we being mean if I gave you the floor, Abba?
What do you mean?
You were painting us the villain
you.
right now in the chat. If you're given the chance right now to speak, how is that being mean to you?
I didn't say you were being mean to me.
You were painting us the villain. I can scroll up in chat and see how this.
I don't have to paint you to be the villain, bro.
Says here, he said something wrong, so I muted him and called him slurs. Next thing you said, laugh my ass off. I point exactly. Nobody here will ever take you seriously, old man. You're talking to the battle mod here, but what I'm saying, dude, like we want the best. We want the best for people to actually be in the right, not thinking of these foolish ideas.
River.
Yeah, because
you're crying right now.
You're insulting people, dude.
Cry harder, bro. You guys insult people all the time, bro. Somebody on here called someone the N-word like 5 times yesterday. Shut the fuck up, you fucking flat earther, bro.
Now who's the villain? Now who's the villain?
Yeah. You are a flat earther.
And?
Yeah, and?
And?
The amount of self-awareness
That's weird.
You sounded like a bigot there when you said that. So you're a bigot now. You're singling out flat earthers then?
Yeah.
You are, and you're proud of it.
Touch grass.
Bro. Are you proud of it? Are you proud of it?
Bro, go tell somebody that.
Are you proud of it, Abba?
Go tell somebody you believe in flat Earth.
Are you proud of it?
You fucking retard, bro.
How come you can't argue it with us, though? Do you think that?
I don't want to. You fucking dumbass. I'm not your bitch. I'm not gonna sit here and debate you because you want me to.
So why are you here, Abba?
Yeah, why are you here?
Because I want to talk shit. So fucking bang.
You want to be a bigot.
You go. That's the crux, right?
Yeah,
you don't really know anything. You just want to talk shit and talk down to a bunch of people, except those people.
Yes, that's all you guys want to do. That's why you created this fucking echo chamber, so you can just sit here and talk shit. So yeah, that's why I'm here.
Right.
I'm here to talk shit.
Nothing left on Netflix for you, bro? Really?
I don't watch Netflix.
All right, go play a video game.
Is this how bored you are? Yeah, that's what I was doing. All right, then fucking mute me.
Sounds like a great idea. But by the way, you'll probably get removed. So I'm gonna consult with the rest of the people in this chat. You probably will be removed from this point forward. We'll talk to the people, the moderators of this group, and we will probably have you removed. I'm gonna request for that for sure.
He did say he was a bigot. He admitted to it.
He admitted to it.
What's his name?
Abba. Can you remove him, Radwin?
Yeah, I mean, dude, that attitude, like, literally, I'm not going to listen to anything anyone says. I made up my mind. You all suck. I'm just here to make fun of him, belittle everyone. Oh, okay, well, then why would anyone want you here? Okay.
Exactly.
It's helping him, too, because he really doesn't want to be here either.
Oh, you heard that, Crit? Yeah, we need to remove Appa from this farm.
Yeah, that's true. We don't want to hurt him in any way, shape, or form. Yep.
I do understand the frustration, though, right? Because you came to belittle and you got, like, schooled, so your only defense was to, like, flamboyantly act up. I mean, I get it. Like, I don't know what else you could have done, to be honest.
All gone.
Okay, you did before I got to it.
By the way, I found another version of that book, Kiwi.
Dude, holy cow. Crit has, like, every role in here. What the hell? Do you, like, live here, Crit? Is this your home server or what?
Yeah, he's a decorated war veteran in here.
Oh, yeah, I just noticed.
Yeah, we got booted a couple years ago off the server, like a lot of victim status going on and whatnot. And then me, Heretic, and Crack Villain and Ponto stuck around and still kind of kept the powder dry. And then just one day they're like, "Hey, do you guys want your channel back?" We're like, "Fuck yeah!" You know, like, well, of course.
Right.
Why was it deleted in the first place? No, never even got a straight answer. You know, they're like, "Well, shit. All right, you guys are, and it all started because we started doing that channel like make your own room, just kicking.
Right now, this was clearly the biggest room on this server, though I haven't been here
Yeah.
very long. This
We
is
have
clearly
a big,
the-
we have a great team, Shane. I mean, I gotta say, I gotta hand it to these guys. Yeah, everybody that you see, most of the people that are in here right now are very valuable to their assets in the community. You know what I mean?
it's
So.
like a pleasure to hear you guys work. Like over at 24/7, when you ran out of like new people, it kind of dried up. Over here, it's a wonderful new reservoir, and to just hear it just like go through it, people erupt like that boy Abba just did with their only possible defense has a weird satisfaction to it. It's a wonder to hear you guys work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see, the thing is, I don't mind if they get upset and we call each other, like, you know, that's the nature of the beast. But when you actually spit so much venom that you don't want to have a conversation and you only want to belittle, then that's a bit different. You know what I'm saying? Because men are gonna talk like men. You know, like we duke it out. You know, that's how it goes.
Dude, I love
But
it.
yeah, go ahead.
You put them on the spot, like, you have any evidence, and they all kind of cop out and make it a joke because that's the only thing they can do because they know they've heard everyone before them fail to bring any sort of like relative scientific evidence or proof, and they're like, I have no shot. So crap, I've been called out. What do I do? Stupid flat earthers.
Yeah.
You know, it's so good. You guys are masters at it.
He was you know, he was spiraling in the chat, and it's like, well, at some level we don't need that, you know, that type of person. So
Yeah.
long as you know, they don't turn that way, you know, we're fine. But we can have a, you know, a real rough back and forth, you know. I don't mind. They can call us names, we call them names, but when it comes to like where you're only in here to bully, that's different.
Listen, I think I should mention this. So NASA is revamping the website totally, and so a lot of those documents that mention a flat, non-rotating Earth are being 404'd. So if whatever you guys have, fucking archive it. Anything.
Can't you
guys
go to the
have.
Wayback Machine and get them from there, or no? Or they get scrubbed like from even there?
Oh, when they're 404'd, I'll try. Let me try one. I'll let you know.
Okay. And then, like, well, yeah, if you gave the heads up, you might as well just start pulling from where you need to.
If you can
No,
get them
yeah, I've
from
been
the
doing
Wayback
that.
Machine, make sure you get the military and the CIA ones too. They took down.
Oh, they
Okay.
took them down? All right.
What's interesting too, like here for Shane, was about this is that some of the people in the debate, like other debate servers, or on Gem Pandas, or some anti-flat earthers, they've been on this server, but they've been kind of reasonable. They've been rational, and then they see the flat Earth section, and now they got egg on their face because people are like, "Wow, I thought you were a good debater." They have discussions with people, and now the flat Earth topic comes, and I'm like,
They
"Yeah,
want nothing to do with it. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah." It's quite. I go, it's quite hilarious. Like you'll sit there and make monkey sounds when the flat Earthers talking on Gem Panda server, but on this server you want to pretend to be pseudo intellectual. So now, right? How do you square that?
That's
You
funny.
know, like they that sort of environmental conditioning. They had some sort of prop or whatever on here
Pastelle.
where they were like, "Oh, go ahead." Someone's gonna jump.
Explain to me, why is your slot?
Who's
Okay.
that?
Yeah, that's Pastelle. Pastelle, we're gonna talk to you a little bit about some of the things that we usually ask people when they first come in here, just as an introductory, because it's actually the question on the table. So we ask everybody this question: who has ever measured the curvature of the Earth, Pastelle, anytime in history, as in drop over distance? So
I mean,
you
you
know.
could do that a lot, like with a lot of things, like such as airplanes, such as like what around the world in 80 days. There's a couple of boats that have traveled, a couple of armadas in the military that have traveled the entire circumference of the entire world.
For the fucking question.
Okay, could you repeat the question?
Sure. Who has ever measured the curvature of the Earth anytime in history, as in drop over distance, or you can consider it like elevation change? I'll give you an example, just real quick, what I mean. From a point of observation to a target distance, there should be a certain drop rate. So I should know how much curvature there should be, as in from me to like 20 miles away from me, how much the Earth is curving away. So who's ever measured that in history, Pastelle?
NASA.
Okay, can you point to the person that's done it and the method?
I'll have to pull up my sources, but I'm currently doing the dishes.
Okay,
So I'd have to give me maybe 10 minutes. 10 minutes for sake.
so do you know who the person is though in your head? Like, could you maybe
The
refer us to?
person who originally found the information and claimed it as their own.
Well,
what you're asking?
the one who actually, because say, I'll preface the information this way. They're telling us for at least 2,200 years, it's been known to be a globe by certain individuals in history. So how have they measured the curvature?
I mean,
with the
you're the
drop
one
over
who's bringing up
distance?
the argument. Do you have that predisposed?
Well, see, this is the issue, right? The issue is we ask people for the information. It's not about asking me for the information. It's asking everyone who comes in here for the information, if they know or not. And if you do not know, it's
So,
easier. It's kind of easier to say I don't know, versus I know, and then don't give me the information. See what I mean?
no, I'm sorry.
Okay, so do you
Can I
know?
try?
what you mean.
Let me
Right.
try
So
to say it another way.
if you
Yes,
know,
can someone else give it a take?
no, just check this
Oh.
out, right? I want to break it down for you, man. It's real simple. If you have the
Okay,
information,
break it down.
if you have the information, all you have to do is support that information that you know that is true with evidence. As in, okay, let me tell you who it is. It's this guy, he measured it this way, and this is how you do it. That's really all I'm looking for.
The Earth is flat. Have you also measured the flatness of the Earth?
Say
You know
again.
where the answer comes from. I
You're
said,
low.
if the Earth is flat, like you were saying, shouldn't you also have the circumference? Then why are you arguing whether it's a sphere or a flat?
Yeah, but do you see the problem that we're having is that the question has.
The problem that I'm asking you is
Oh, so you
whether
don't
it is
have the
flat.
answer.
No,
So you
no,
don't
no.
have
I
that.
said I'm currently washing dishes, but
I know, but I'm
going
asking
with
you,
your
sir,
lead.
if you have it up in the old noodle, you'll be able to spit it out like quickly. Like, who is it? Who's the person?
The old
Who
noodle.
measured it?
So
Yes,
then
sir.
how do you know it's flat?
Yeah, Pastelle, the main thing is like if you're coming into this discussion and you think you already know the Earth is a globe, your question boils.
I'm not articulating that I do know the answer. What I'm asking for
Pasquale, listen for a
is
second.
how
Please.
did you?
Okay, this is the problem. Okay, now I'm not saying you. Okay, maybe I said you, but I didn't mean you. Okay, when somebody comes into the chat and they say, "Explain to me flat Earth," and they already have a claim on the table that they know the Earth is a globe, their question boils down to, "Explain flat Earth if the Earth is a globe." See, it would be like they're going to be a hamster. They're just going to be running around in a wheel, and the conversation won't go anywhere. So to see where you're coming from is using the Socratic method. Hey, how do you know what you know? And no one's even challenging. No one's going to be like, "Hey, you know this, and how do you know it?" And then you say, you go, "Okay, got it. I see where you're coming from," but you're just not refusing to even say if you know it or not. Do you know the Earth is a globe?
Yes.
Okay, then how do you know this? That's what
from
Mayhem's doing.
experience.
Okay, there we go.
Experience.
Okay, so from experience, how have you experienced the Earth as a globe, Pastelle?
I'm an astronaut.
Really,
I've been in
dude?
space, my guy.
Really, Pastelle?
Is it
Really?
disqualify?
Yes, I'm giving you the truth value. So I've been in space.
You know, we always have the highest hopes for people that come in here, Pastelle,
Well,
but you're really letting us
right.
down, bro.
You
really are.
do dishes in space? Wow.
Of course we do dishes. in space.
No,
Yeah.
this is
no.
this is all just, you know, and Pastelle, honestly, man, like we
So
want the
why
best for
are
people
you
to come in here. So
articulating that I am wrong?
because you don't have the answer to support the claim that you know
If I say
the Earth is a globe, sir.
I'm in space, then how do you have the claim that I'm wrong?
I just told you because you're not supporting the evidence that you say should be there. There should be some
But
evidence
I'm saying
that you know.
value. I'm saying my truth value.
Your
Oh,
what?
boy.
What did you
My
say?
truth value.
He said my truth value, aka my lie.
The truth value it goes to lived experience, where someone could say that I feel oppressed even if they're not, because they're using an identity that is a peripheral identity instead of affirmative identity.
Well, yeah, that's a lot of mental contortions for you saying that you don't know. But it's easier if you just say, "Why can't people?" Here's my thing, Pastelle. If people don't know something, why can't they say, "Well, I don't know"?
Right. What's wrong with
Scientists
that?
figured it out. What's wrong with that, Pastelle?
It's okay. Pastelle identifies as an astronaut, and I'm okay with that. Just
Pastelle, all you got to do is say you don't know, bro. Really? Why is that difficult?
So my question is,
Why
where
don't
would we
you
even
answer
put?
my question,
Yeah, dude,
Pastelle?
don't
Why?
just say I
Wait,
don't
wait.
know.
What was your question? What was your question?
If you don't know something, why can't you say I don't know?
Because I do know.
Then support it with evidence. Then,
So what would we do with Lagrange points? What
sir,
would we
why are
do
you
with the
asking
space
me,
station?
my
What
good
would we
man?
do with the satellites that are floating around the Earth? What would we do with space trash?
Oh,
What would
so
we do
you're
with
just
all the
you're just not
satellites
gonna
that are looking
sir.
outside the Earth?
My goodness.
What would happen to
Now
Google Earth?
I'm gonna have to
What
pause you
would
for a
happen
second. This is what happens when a mind hits that cognitive dissonance level. When the religious state kicks in, they have nothing else left in the tank. So they they go into like this. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want to call it, but it's just they all they see is glow. Like, ooh, they're like, it's go back into this. It's weird, man. But check it out. He's exuding that right now. He doesn't even hear me anymore. He's just in this glow fantasy. Like, it's weird, right?
It's like he's going over shit in his mind. Why would they lie about space? Why would they? It's like he's saying out his thoughts instead of listening to the conversation.
Exactly. It's obviously weird. Pastor, we're gonna give you a pass, right? So you can go ahead and just sit here and probably listen to a couple of sessions, and then we'll come back around to you, man. Hopefully you can be a bit more humble. You can be a bit more humble and say, "Hey, I don't know, man." That's not. There's nothing wrong with saying that, to be honest. But you found it difficult. Who else is in here?
Oh, your favorite Goldshock.
Well, Goldshock's always good for a conversation, but I don't know. He might be tapped out.
He just said he came here to lose brain cells, so maybe he's ready.
Does he honestly think that picture's real? The one he just posted? The moon picture?
Goldshock.
Oh, let's Goldshock.
Well,
do you think
I'm just addressing something that Flat Level Water posted, right? They showed two images, Apollo 11 and Apollo 12. They showed it's the same image, right? And I just asked for a citation for it, so I went up and looked up what the Apollo 12 Earthrise image is, and it's different than the one they're saying. So I'm just wondering where they got the image. That's all.
You don't think that's real, though, do you?
I don't know what relevance that has. I'm just wondering where they got the image from, because of
Look
course,
at
if
that
it's the same
horizon.
image, I'm very curious to see it. But I mean, it doesn't seem to be the case. So
Why
unless one's
are you
provided.
questioning? Why I'm thinking though, like, why are you questioning the image though? Like, who cares about the image?
Look at the bow.
Well, no, I'm not questioning the image necessarily. What I'm questioning is the claims about the image, because of course it doesn't seem like the claims about the image are true, because I looked up the image and that's not the image that's presented. So
yeah, how would you adjudicate which image is correct and not? I mean,
that's why I asked for a source.
Okay, yeah, and the source you looked up. So the source you looked up, how would you know if that is a correct image or not?
Well, I'm looking for the people who made the claim. He said NASA makes this claim. Okay, so I go and look up what NASA claims for Apollo 12, right? The image that they would claim. So I look up other images, and unless there's like some alternative, it seems to be that they're claiming a different image than what they're saying they claim. So I'm just curious where the origination of that image is from, if it's not from NASA, right?
The alternative is they can't be in that place that they're claiming they are with those images being taken, where the place that are being taken
What?
at. The alternative, you're asking, is there an alternative? Yeah, the alternative is they're not there taking that photo where they're
I'm not
claiming
asking for an alternative. I'm just asking for the claim for the citation, right? Or
Mayhem, I
like
got
for
you.
the claim.
I mean,
Found
what
it.
does that have to do with all the tea in China?
Yeah,
bro?
okay,
Like,
so this is okay. So this is
So
Apollo
there's the
12
image.
mission image or Apollo 11 mission image. Yeah, I agree. But of course the claim was that the Apollo 11 and Apollo 12 images show the same Earth. And I'm not seeing an Apollo 12 mission that shows the same Earth as in the Apollo 11 mission claim, right?
who gives a fucking rat's ass, dude? Like,
Well,
seriously.
I mean, you asked why are we posting images in the thing. Well, now
I know. I'm
explained
just
it to
saying
you.
though. Anyway, about moon like rise or Earth rise or who gives a shit, dude? Like that. How does that get us any closer to knowing if they're giving us the information about the Earth's geometric shape, bro?
Why do you think it has any relevance to that question?
Because people believe in them.
People
The
believe in
images.
what?
The images, sir. The ones you're putting up in the text chat.
Oh, I mean, I just posted after someone else posted it. But yeah,
I'm just
okay.
saying though, these images are being passed around like they're something to talk about. Why?
I mean,
Why?
well, I mean, it would seem like if the images are indeed doctored, and which would be the case if the claim is made that both were Apollo 11, sorry, that both Apollo 11 and Apollo 12 missions had the same Earth, right? Then that would be a good reason to maybe not believe NASA on this. But of course, if the
No.
images are different, well, then like the reason to believe that they're the same image goes away, right?
That's not grounds for that though. The ground for believing in
Oh,
an
boy.
agency or not is based due to whether the authenticity of the image is real or not. That's
Well, no, that
that's
would be
idiotic.
one method, right? Like you would want
No,
to,
it
like,
doesn't
obviously.
help
Can
anybody.
you let me finish, please?
Goldshock, that doesn't help anybody. Whether or
Okay.
not the image is authentic or not, that's not a point of contention. And if if the flat earthers are arguing with you about that, then what are you going to get from that? You're going to get somebody else that's going to come in back and, well, I study photography and I say that image is real. And then the flat earthers is going to be like, wait a minute, let's see if we can get somebody on our side. And then there's some other guy's going to be like, wait a minute, I study photography.
Okay,
That
so I
is
think we
not
can.
real.
I think we can base it on very basic, like intuition-based probability, right? That if there
What
are indeed
the
two
fuck?
images of the Earth, right, that it seems very unlikely that the cloud patterns would be identical. So if somebody had images of NASA saying that both the Apollo 11 and Apollo 12 missions had the exact same cloud
Can I
positions
say
of the Earth,
something about this
that would be
image?
a good reason not to believe NASA, right?
Go ahead,
It's very
BC
simple.
Goals.
I got you. Yeah, Goldshock, can I say something about this image real quick, brother? Check
You
it out.
can say whatever you want
You-
about
Do
whatever
you know
image.
the moon's face locked, right?
What?
The moon is tidally locked. We see the same face of the moon, right?
Yeah, that is
Okay.
the
So you see
general
this image,
understanding.
right? Why is the Earth on the horizon? Wouldn't it be directly above if the moon is face locked? If it's tidally
What?
locked?
No, why?
Perspective of the
What do you
image.
mean, why would it be right above?
Because it would be the face of the moon facing Earth.
Okay, well, I mean, under the standard model, right? The Earth is,
Hold on,
or the
wait.
moon is a sphere, right? So you can
Wait.
be on the sphere.
Just think
Uh-huh.
about it. Why is it not directly above?
What do you mean directly
Why is
above?
Earth not directly above you? Because it's
It would
face
only
locked.
be directly above you
It's
if
face
the
locked,
moon.
right?
Okay, yeah. So if it's tidally locked, if you land on one of the okay, maybe I should just get an image because this is not going to be clear.
You
otherwise.
understand? You understand?
I
what I'm
understand.
saying, right?
I understand what you're saying. I just
Okay.
understand that
Just take that into
there's going to be a
consideration.
misunderstanding in it.
No, take that into consideration for a second. We'll move on. That's all.
No. Let's go into it. I'm very curious. Come on. Okay, let
No.
me open up Paint. I'll be right back.
Oh God.
Should we get a pot of coffee on for you guys?
Sure.
I'm good. I just wanted to say that point.
I mean,
that's
well,
all.
like this objection isn't very convincing. That's the problem, right?
I'm
trying
still
to
having it. Sorry.
Okay,
guys.
so here's the two
I'm
spheres,
still
right?
having issues with
Underneath the standard claim.
What are you saying, Jedi?
Sorry, I'm looking at these images of the moon, and I tell you what, when I look at the moon, that looks fucking bright. I would have thought, with regards to the inverse square law of light, when you get closer to the light source, or in this case, a body that is reflecting light from the sun, it should be way fucking brighter than these images are showing.
What?
A pot of coffee it is.
Okay. So let's just address one claim at a time, right? So the standard model, right? If we have two spheres, roughly speaking.
I like how you go right to fucking Paint, dude. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
well, because it seems like your claim is going to be roughly that.
I'm not
we're
claiming
going
shit,
we're
bro.
only
It's
going
a
to see.
photo.
No. Okay, so your objection would be that we'll only see this side of the sphere. Like we only see this side of the moon. True, that's true. We only see one side of the moon as it orbits around the Earth, right? At least given the standard
Sharing
model.
your screen? Oh my God.
Yes. Shocker. Okay. This is true. But of course, if you're in a spacecraft, which is my understanding of how the Apollo 11 missions were taken, and you take a photo over here, like, okay, well, here you're not going to see anything, right? Here you've got fucking direct view. But if you're over here when you take the image, oh, look, you're going to see the moon, and it's going to look like the Earth is rising over the moon.
Bro, what is
It's really
this?
simple geometry, dude. It's not that complicated.
Dude. Nah, dude. It's a lunar landing, bro. They're on the surface of the moon, supposedly.
Earthrise was taken by fuck, what was his name? Who went around the moon? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was the backside. They went around the moon for this photograph. It wasn't from the surface of the moon. If it was from the surface of the moon, beast calls, I'll be up and down all for you.
Well, it depends on where you land on the surface of the moon,
Oh, it's
also.
not?
But if you landed directly,
but this
if you
one's
landed
the orbit around the moon.
Okay.
I'm backing you up, Goldshock.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying,
Sorry,
like,
sorry.
even in the case if they
I'll
land on the
admit
moon, it would
I'll
depend
admit
on
I'm
where
wrong.
they
I
landed on
thought
the
it was
moon.
from the surface of the moon, and that's okay. I'm okay with being wrong, and I'll take that. Either way,
Okay,
it's a photo.
that's
You
fine.
know, it's not real evidence
Okay.
of either or. It's just a photo.
I mean, it is evidence. Maybe it's not compelling evidence, but it is evidence.
Definitely something.
That's okay. Hey, look, this is why I'm okay with being wrong, and I will go ahead. Go ahead, Jedi.
No, all I was bringing up was the inverse square law of light. You understand what that is, don't you, Goldshock?
Roughly.
Awesome. So when you shove your face right into a light source, it's really, really bright. You fuck off over there, get further away from it, it appears dimmer to you. Right? Yeah. So when we look at the moon, reflecting body apparently of the sun's light upon that, it looks really bright, doesn't it? You would have thought that the closer you get to it, it would appear brighter, right?
It does.
Oh, it does it. Can you show me that on any of the images that NASA have provided of any of their moon landings, please?
Well, I mean, part of the problem here is, of course, going to be that if you want to see any of the details on the moon, you're going to have a very small aperture, right? Otherwise, you're just going to get the image is going to be blown out, right? But like you can see on some of the images that despite that, there is actually quite a bit of detail that's just kind of lost because like the light is just blown out through the cameras. Like you can't see. The ISO just doesn't pick it up because there's not enough dynamic range in the camera. But I mean, like you wouldn't like if you kept a camera on the exact same settings on Earth and then you went to like the moon, like yeah, it would blow out. But I mean, you can do this. I think that's almost trivial. You can do this at night at your own house too, so it's kind of confusing.
What camera did they take to the moon, mate?
I'm not sure. We won't go look it up.
It was a Hasselblad, wasn't it?
Well, I'm not certain.
Probably one of the best.
Probably
one of the best cameras that I had at the time.
That's fine. Yeah. So they took a Hasselblad 70mm stills. Yeah. Not sure what bearing that
did
has.
They apply any filter? At the moment, mate, if you were to listen, you'd understand. Because my point is this: if we're 250,000 miles away from the moon and it's still the brightest body in the night sky, a perfectly white body when we look at it, when you get closer and closer and closer to it, it should appear brighter and brighter and brighter. Now, can you show me the use of any filter on the Hasselblad camera to, as you say, get rid of this light, like sunglasses, for example?
Okay, well, you don't need a filter to get rid of light in photography. You can just close the aperture down, right? Or you can increase the focal length and then close the aperture down, which will make the appearance of closing the aperture down in most cases.
Can you go to Narnia and take a photograph from Narnia? No, you can't.
Thank you, Jamesy.
That was very helpful.
Yeah, it was.
You go to Narnia.
But yeah,
Can
you
you
can
go to
just
Narnia?
just close the aperture ring, right? And that will make the
Hey,
apparent
Goldshock.
brightness much lower, right?
Goldshock, real quick. Have you noticed the Earthrise photograph and the Earthrise and the one you posted? Have you noticed something funny about those?
I mean,
since you're pontificating about photography, you'll appreciate this.
I have.
Did you notice that it's okay? Blah 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 blah. Did you notice that that's a combination of black and white and color photography in supposedly one single exposed frame?
No, I don't
check it out. Look at it.
My understanding is that they were black and white photographs and they've been colored in post, right?
Oh well, no. The Earthrise is claimed to be a single framed. So what are you showing? You're showing something that is edited.
I'm not certain about the nature of the Earthrise photo. I don't know. I thought it was colored in post.
Check out the one you posted and the Earthrise. Earthrise is supposedly a single exposed frame.
Okay.
Well, within that single exposed frame, you have both black and white and color photography. Uh-oh.
How is that an uh-oh? What do you mean there's black and white and color photography?
Yeah, but there's clearly black and white and color photography.
But
there isn't film that's black and white
means.
and there isn't film that's black and white and color simultaneously.
Yeah, there is color film though.
There's like C57 or whatever. That's color black and white film.
I'm
But
sorry, I
this is
don't really
color
understand the
film
objection.
and but look at it. It's because it's a combination of color photography and black
How
and
do
white.
we know that?
Well, look at it. You're the photography expert.
I mean, I'm seeing gray tones. Gray tones exist underneath it.
Anyone with eyes and ability to see color can see that there's obviously black and white grayscale there in the bottom with the moon, and the top color. It's very clear for anyone. I know you want to mumble through it, but for anyone who wants to look at it, look at Earthrise. If you have any understanding of photography, you'll see a combination of black and white and color photography.
Yeah, color
in one
film
frame.
can take like
In one
like
frame, sir. It's one frame.
Can you? Okay, let me address the question. Okay, my understanding of color film, having taken color photos, is that you can get blacks on color film. This isn't a problem.
Sure, but if you examine those photographs, which are claimed to be single frame exposures, and if you have any knowledge of black and white photography, which apparently maybe you don't, you'll
I don't
see
have any
there's
knowledge of black and white photography.
Okay, well, look into black and white photography, and you'll see what's going on there.
I mean,
You said it's evidence.
Wait, you're
you
saying
said it's
color
evidence.
film?
You said it's maybe not compelling evidence. Well, I'm telling you, it's created in a photo lab.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm still not sure like what you're
I
getting
know you
at.
aren't.
You're just
I know.
saying that like color film can't take dark photos?
After you study, no, that's not what I'm saying. After you study black and white photography, it'll become clear to you.
Okay, do you want to point out where the black and like what it is that
Yeah,
that
the moon. The
produces
moon's black and white. Earth's color.
Yeah, I mean that could just be because the moon is gray.
Yeah, man, it could be, huh?
Why
Or
is
it
that
could be
why
color
is that a problem?
photography and black and white photography.
Wait, what? But I mean, the moon looks gray to us from Earth. Why would we expect it to change color when we get out of the
Okay,
atmosphere?
well, that's fine. If you take a color photograph of the if you take a photograph of the moon in color, it doesn't look like a black and white photograph of the moon.
I mean, I've got photos of the moon.
I mean,
I've
you're
got
the one
digital
who has,
photos of the moon.
I mean, you're the one who has no experience in matter. So
Wait. I mean, I've got digital photos of the moon. They don't.
Yeah, well, these were not digital. These were not digital photography. This was this was film.
Can you stop interrupting everything I say, please?
Well,
Okay,
can you stop switching the
Okay, so
whatever?
if you let me explain for like half a second.
Were those digital images or were those photographs?
Can you let him explain, or are you that dumb?
Well, he's not explaining. Now he's talking about digital
you keep
photography now.
over-talking.
What was presented was
Shut up
okay.
for 5 seconds.
Oh, let him babble. Okay.
So digital cameras take like 3 color cones, just like us, right? They do RGB, right? Red, blue, green.
Okay, is Earthrise a digital image or a photograph?
Can you stop interrupting?
Is Earthrise a digital photograph? Is it digital or a photograph?
Okay. So
Earthrise.
the principles of both digital and black and white photography, or digital and
okay.
Sorry.
Which
Can you
the
stop? Can you
principles
stop over
of
talking me
black
for
and
like
white
1 second?
photography you have
Holy
no
shit.
clue of.
So holy shit. So digital and film photography both make use of detecting light. In the case of film photography, it's chemicals reacting to the light, right?
Well,
there's
you
no
just told us
reason.
you have no
Stop.
experience in black and white photography, so I don't know why you're saying right.
Let him finish.
Wait,
he's
sorry.
already finished.
Wait, hold on, Haas.
Okay.
Are you going to correct me on something? Do you have like something you should correct me on, or are you just going to be
Trying
like, oh, you don't know this?
Trying to correct you. I already did correct you.
Okay, sorry. Can you explain to me how it is that film works then, old Haas? Please go ahead, since you clearly know and we don't.
All we have to know is the Earthrise. Was that a photograph or a digital image?
Okay, so can you explain how film works or no?
Yeah, later on. But is the Earthrise? Was that digital Was that digital imaging or a photograph?
It's a film photo.
Okay, there you go. So we don't need your pontificating about digital photography. And we definitely don't need your pontificating about black and white photography because you've already told us you don't have any clue about it.
Since you apparently know so well, I was just pointing out how color photos can take
sorry,
black
I'm
and
not
white.
I'm not going to do you a 4-year degree in the next 10 seconds. So perhaps
I don't think
before
you have a
pontificate,
4-year degree. But
no, well, how about go ahead.
You have a 4-year degree in film?
I wish it were only 4 years.
Yeah, because it was like one
So
day.
he doesn't actually have an answer. He's not willing to explain anything.
Yeah,
He's just gonna
yeah,
be like, "Oh, you
I
don't
have
know what you're
degrees,
talking about."
sir. Does
Well,
that make you happy to know that I have degrees and I've taught these stupid photo 101 courses? Does that
that's
appease
great.
you?
So do you want to explain how it
No,
is
not to you.
that a
Not
color
to you,
that
Sonic,
color
please.
film cannot take grayscale images? If the
Color film
if the
can't.
material in the image is of course grayscale, why would
Yeah,
it be incapable?
that's fine. Yeah, you can photograph a black and white photograph
Yeah, so if you take a photo of a black and white
with
photograph,
color
but
and with black and white film.
yeah, so what
So,
would that yeah,
so what do you
what
want?
would the so
Can
what
you
color
tell the
would the
difference between the two of those?
Yeah, well, I'm asking you, can you?
No, I'm asking you.
Well, I'm not certain. That's why I'm asking you.
Well, okay. Well, then go study black and white photography, and you'll be able to tell the difference between black and white photography and color photography. It's not complicated.
Well, I mean, if it's not complicated, then why don't you just point out how we know that it's a composite image?
Well,
Because you're
look
the
at
expert.
it, sir. Yeah, look at it, sir.
I'm looking at it.
Okay. The bottom is black and white film.
How do we know that?
Well, perhaps study black and white photography, and then you'll have a better
Well,
idea.
you said it's very obvious or very easy to explain.
Yes,
So why
it
don't you
is.
just
It's
explain
very
it?
obvious to anyone who's spent any time with black and white film. Yeah, you're going to have to
So
do
you
your
don't
due
actually
diligence.
have an explanation. So it's not
Well,
actually.
I can't do your work for you, sir.
You don't actually have any way of determining whether it's black and white. You're just like, oh, it looks like black and white, so I guess it is. You don't actually have any like reason like beyond that. It seems.
Well, here's the problem. You're the one who said when someone said it's not evidence, you go, but it is evidence, but it's not compelling evidence. And now what do you do? What are you doing? Is it evidence or is it not evidence?
I mean, all things
If you're
can be argued to be
begging me to
evidence,
prove
right?
it, if you're begging me to prove it fraudulent,
I mean, you just said it was very obvious that it's a composite image, and you can tell that it's black and white photography. I'm just wondering how
There
it is
you
you can
go.
tell. All you're
Well-
saying is, well, I can tell, but that doesn't actually tell me how you tell. And I was just curious how it is you,
yeah,
you would back up that claim.
Yeah, I employ my black and white photography knowledge to it. Sorry, I can't do the work for you, sir.
So
sorry, you're left in
so
the
it sounds
dark.
like you
You're
don't
left
actually
in
have
the
an
dark.
explanation, nor any way of explaining what supposed knowledge you have. So it seems like we should just kind of throw away what you claim because it's not useful. It doesn't tell us anything. It's just you saying some words and like you saying that you're convicted about something, but you're not explaining it to anyone else. So no one else can understand or believe it.
Convicted about what?
Seems like you're convinced. Did I say convicted? I think that is. Yeah, you can be convicted about a belief, right? Anyway, you can be convinced, or you're very convinced that it's a composite image, but you can't
And you're
explain to anyone
convinced
who
it's
doesn't.
real. And you're
Yeah.
convinced it's real.
Well, I'm not convinced it's real.
But you
it
said
seemed.
you said it's evidence.
I mean, all things are evidence. I would argue. It's just that some
No,
things
all
are better
things are
evidence than
evidence. Okay, so the Wizard of Oz is what? Evidence of a lion without a brain?
I mean, if you believe an image,
Or
if an
courage,
image
or
is
whatever the hell
taken,
he's missing?
okay, if an image is taken, an image is evidence. If the image is doctored, it's
No.
poor evidence, or it's bad
Yeah,
evidence, or it's in fact it might even be
photographs
evidence of
are
the
made,
alternative,
okay?
right?
Here's the problem.
But it's still evidence.
You're convinced that that photograph was made in outer space, sir. Okay,
I'm not convinced.
And if you can,
it sounds like you have an objection.
if you spend some time in a dark room, you'll see that the image was created in a dark room.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. Well, of
You've
course
already,
it was
already told everyone that you have no clue about
Now
it,
I know you
so-
know nothing about film. Of course it was
No, okay.
created in a dark room. That's how you process film. What are you talking about?
I said
Holy
the image.
shit.
The image.
Yeah, no shit. The image was processed in a dark room. Damn, dude.
It's an image, a picture.
No, the image was created
all
in a
images
dark
are
room.
all images are created in a dark room in such a inside far as like they have to be processed, right? Otherwise, they're
Okay,
just
the
exposed
image
to
in its entirety, I mean, sir.
The
Don't
image in
split-
its entirety
don't
was
split
made in a
hairs,
dark
yeah.
room. How did they
Yeah.
make it in a dark room, please? How do you know it was made in a dark room?
Well,
did they use
because-
lasers to like light up the film? Like, what
wanted
did they
to
do?
know, let him
They
explain.
laid negatives on top. They laid two negatives on top of each other. They did it throughout the whole Apollo program. In fact, in the black and white photography, you can see they use negatives. So perhaps study it. Everyone else out there, they can do it too. Study the archives, see what's been presented.
Great. Everyone
Right.
got the coffee.
So you're just saying that like the color has been Added in post. Gotcha.
No, I didn't say it's been added. That's what you said.
Well, I mean, that seems to be what you're saying.
No, that seems to be what you're saying.
I
I
mean,
said
are
it's
you
a
saying the entire
combination
image
of
is
color
fake then,
photography
or
and black and white.
So everyone knows.
No, it's
I mean, there are black and white photos as well.
This is going nowhere. No.
Well, Beasticles, that's where
It's my
Goldshock
bad.
wants it to go, so that's where it is.
It's my fault, bro. I know.
No, it's not your fault. This was brought up earlier by Brandon. Well, another picture from space. But no, all these guys, I just like to point it out to them, all these experts who have never taken a picture with anything but their cell phone, they want to come in here and lecture about photography.
Taking photos with film, but thanks, dude.
Yet, excuse me? What's that?
Oh, no,
I mean, you just said, like you just
Go
essentially
check
said I
it.
haven't taken
Dude,
photos of film.
dude,
It's not
take-
true, but thanks.
Look, bro, let's take a seat on this one. I don't think you have more film knowledge than old Haas. Just saying.
Well, no, but Haas doesn't
Well,
seem
no,
willing
the
to
problem is
share any of
Goldshot-
his knowledge
the problem
that
is
proves that
Goldshot.
it's
Well,
doctored,
I'm
right?
sorry.
But
What do you want me to do? Download my degree to you? You
it
can
doesn't seem
spend
like you
some
need a
time-
degree. It
listen,
seems
smart ass. You can spend some time in a dark room, and you can learn about black and white photography.
okay. So it just seems
Okay.
like you don't actually have an actual objection. You're
Years
just
of
like,
expertise
I've
doesn't
seen,
matter, right?
so-
I should just be able to see
Wait,
the
so if
same
I just
thing
find
as
another
somebody who's been doing
expert
something
that
for
says that
30
it's
years,
real,
right? Come on, man.
So if I just find an expert that claims otherwise,
Yeah, ask anyone.
go
ask
find that
ask
expert.
anyone who has any clue about black and white photography. Show them Earthrise and say, "Do you see something strange about this?" That's all you have to say.
Go bring him in here. Whatever.
let
Go
me go
find him.
find someone who's an expert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Goldshot. I don't get.
Like
Here's.
you
I'll
just
shut
claimed
up.
to be. You
I'll
just
shut
said
up.
you
But
were an expert,
Goldshot.
bro.
Goldshot, you've been doing this shit for a while now, and what's funny is this shit where you guys point to these pictures. And listen, you saw where the discussion goes about film and pictures, and is it real? Is it moon golf? Is it moon golf in Hollywood? Is it moon golf on the moon?
What?
Well, here's the thing,
No, I
dude.
haven't.
Yeah, you were just talking about a picture from the moon.
Don't worry.
Wait, I haven't heard this like
Goldshot,
other
shut up.
rambling.
Hold on, wait.
Keep
Finish
going.
your point.
Goldshot, no, shut up. 10 seconds. Goldshot, these pictures from space, as much as you want to believe them, they're just pictures, dude.
Right. That's the bottom line.
No one has stated otherwise.
Images.
Well, stop bringing them up then.
I didn't.
They're
bring them
images,
up.
not pictures.
Somebody else brought them up.
Another
I don't know.
picture. A picture is an image.
Okay, somebody else brought it up.
All right,
so-
An image is a picture.
Either way.
A photograph is a picture. A picture is not a photograph.
Okay, I just want to point out that Haas hasn't actually explained why it is that he
Oh,
knows
shut
that it's
up, Goldshot, dude.
Just be clear
Come
about
on, bro.
Well,
You're-
I can't
anything. This has been terrible. Let's talk about something else.
Times. I can't really go into explaining to you what black and white looks like if you don't know what black and white looks like.
So
it
I went
just-
ahead and took some swatches of the image and posted their hex codes, and did a hex code on an image editing program. So you can go ahead and take those swatches and determine what you
What did you
what you
determine?
like.
Yeah, well, that's.
I'm not
you
going to
know,
make any
that's not
evaluation
worth.
of what
That's
I
squat.
determined. Okay.
That's
But I'm
that's
just telling-
worse. That's worth less than what
No,
I failed
well,
to do.
I'm
right?
just telling you that I took the image and I took some swatches and posted their hex codes, so you can decide if those hex codes fit within a black and white composite image. So you can go ahead and do that.
No, it's not a black. It's black and white and color.
I understand, but I only
so that would
took
be a
swatches.
composite.
So if you
I
took
only
a swatch, if you took a swatch of the black and white one,
I did. That's all I did. I did
okay.
not.
And what
I did
was
not-
it? Color?
What?
Was
I
it
don't know.
color?
Look at the hex codes.
Was it
Was
color?
it color?
Did
Look
it
at the hex
analyze it to
code.
be color?
Okay, well, if you look at hex code
Did it
hashtag
analyze? Just I don't care about
909790.
your hex codes. Did it analyze it to be color? Because that's
Oh
the
my
point of
goodness.
this.
Yeah.
Oh
if
my
it didn't,
goodness.
if it didn't analyze it to be color, then what Old Haas is saying is that they did both, and that it's a composite, which means it's edited.
Okay,
Period.
so if you were referred to hex code
You just and
Hashtag
well, that
90,
sounds like you're asking me to
90.
pull out a hymnal.
Oh,
The point
excuse
is,
me.
if
I'm
it
about to
doesn't,
explain it to you.
okay, all you have to do is find something that analyzes it, whether it's color or black and white.
Okay, well, that specific hex code is within pink. Is within, like, it's pink. So
Oh,
you
well,
can go ahead to
sepia
determine
tone
that how
then.
you will.
Black and white.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, sepia toned. You guys need to learn about black and white photography because they really have you duped.
Sepia
You,
is
you
not
guys
black and
don't
white, by the
understand
way.
what could have been created in film. You don't understand what could have been created in a dark room. You have zero idea.
But it sounds like all you have is incredulity about how it was made. But you don't actually
Incredulity.
have.
It sounds
Yeah,
like what
because
you have
you
is
can't explain.
incredulity.
Well, no, because you can't.
You're in denial that I can figure out that something's black and white as
No, I'm
opposed
not
to color.
denying that. I'm just
Well,
saying
can
that
you
it doesn't
figure out
seem like you have
something?
any
Can you
ability to
figure out?
explain it.
Listen, Sonic, can you figure out whether something's in black and white or in color?
Sonic.
Are people paying tuition here for these lessons?
I mean, I can figure out
Man.
whether it's in black and white or in color in many different ways. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the moon in the image that you presented, is that black and white or is that color?
I don't know what you mean by black and like. Do you mean like is it in?
So you don't know.
No,
I
hold on,
rest
hold
my
on, hold on,
case.
hold on, hold on.
Goodbye.
Can you let me like?
Okay, all right. He rested his case. Shut up, Goldshock.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't. Okay. Well, whatever.
It's over. Next.
Well, you said you didn't know what black and white was after you told me you did. So
Well, I mean, obviously, what I'm like referencing there
you're
is
mean.
like
Be nice.
I'm referencing something very
you guys.
specific when you say that.
All right, Goldshock. Goldshock, I appreciate the conversation. If you want to, I'll get back to this. I'll send you all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you guys should go. And
Okay, I'm
talk
very
about it
curious.
Separately.
Thanks, Haas.
To come. Yeah, if Old Haas wants to teach you about some shit, if you want to learn, that's great. Let's move on because it's going nowhere.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be an asshole. Just everyone here who presents these NASA pictures as if it's gospel, shake yourself.
Just to be clear, I didn't present them. It was just brought up as a counter to a claim made earlier that they're the same.
Okay, well, I said anyone who does. I said anyone and everyone.
All right.
All right, guys. Sorry to interrupt. Do apologise. Does anybody remember those flat earthers that have been around since maybe 2016, 17? The claim that I think was made by Rob Skiba, I can't remember if I've got it right, it might be another flat earther at that particular time, who when he ran the Earthrise picture through Photoshop, for example, what he discovered when he overexposed the image was a black square around the so-called Earth within that picture. Does anybody remember that?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen it floated around, and I've also had people send it to me as a gotcha that they had created that. So, yeah,
It's not atypical.
I know what you're talking about, though.
What is
of
the claim
JPEG
again?
compression.
That you do what? You brighten it?
Yeah, you overexpose the image and it's supposed to reveal a black square around the Earth within that picture. Now, I have not done this myself. I've just seen
That's
somebody
still
on YouTube
happening.
do this.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
basically any image of anything that's like been turned into a JPEG will have like weird artifacts when you like blow out the colors.
Hold on.
It's not uncommon.
Yeah, especially if you
repost it.
combined negatives.
Yeah, just wondering if
Yeah, but
anybody
that thing is
ever
dicey.
seen
I've
that
seen that
before.
before.
Yeah, that's all I was querying, guys. Right, I think maybe we should put a stop to this conversation. I don't know if anybody's around that's got any kind of heliocentric belief that they want to defend with some kind of zealotrous religion, or if there's anybody else who's got any interesting questions that they want to ask flat earthers, like why we make the claims that we do. If you have got any scientific evidence for the shape of an object, then if you want to do that, we can go down that route as well. But new people who joined the chat all along, since these guys have been chatting, if you want to jump in, ask any questions or make a point, then please feel free. The floor is open and all yours. If not, we'll probably go around throwing each other shit in each other's faces.
Jedi, I apologize, but that is a malformed question because you cannot have scientific evidence for a shape.
Well, at least you're learning something, mate. I'd appreciate that. Well done.
At least she pays attention.
Do you know why? Do you know why we asked that question? Because it's a rhetorical question. I'm going to ask myself. Answer myself to the rest of the room. The reason why we asked that question is one, because we've all been told that science has proven the shape of the Earth. Now, if we were to know what science was, the cause and effect demonstration within an experiment within the physical natural world, then we would understand that it is not the tool that we would use. This is one way I would suggest that has made lots of people think that science has proven the Earth to be a ball. Science doesn't do that, though. The other thing that we like to do with it is demonstrate that people don't even know what fucking science is. But well done, Owlishness, man. Thanks for bringing it up. But if anybody else wants to jump in, anyone got any comments, questions, I don't care about your fucking concerns. Defend that ball, ask questions, do not care.
Nice. Are there any like new Globers in here? There's a lot of people in here. I don't know near enough people to start calling people out.
Skeptic.
Lots of people.
Got an A to Z list.
We do. I see AJ's jumped into the house. I haven't seen you for a good couple of days, AJ. Hope you're keeping well, my friend. But yeah, just going to scroll down the list, see if there's any names that I do not recognise. Somebody called Hans in the house just below Goldshock. I don't know if we've had the pleasure of conversing, my friend, but welcome to the server. I hope you're doing well. There's K here, just the letter K. Hello, my friend. You got the microphone open. I don't know if you're Flat Earth or Globe Earth. Old Scapegoat, I think you were asking some questions earlier. You're a trucker, I think I can remember. Rupert Cow is in here as well. Static Shock, loads of people, guys. The Battle Mod, Mike, you're in the house. I'm going to give a special shout out to you. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got any questions, comments, don't care about your fucking concerns. But yes, welcome to the 24/7 Flat Earth Discord server on the politics, the most popular room in this server. 4-week anniversary tonight, guys. Pat yourselves on the back.
Is it really? Good shit.
Apparently so.
It's wild. 4
I've been
weeks.
watching on YouTube for a while. Good job, guys.
Oh yeah, where are you guys streaming? And are you guys still streaming a Rumble and stuff? Is that Miggy's thing, or is that not going on here?
TOS.
No.
TOS. I'll link it.
Have y'all converted anybody?
And you can't convert somebody. You can't convince somebody of anything, bro. You know what I mean? They got to see it for themselves.
True.
Over the years, yeah, I would suggest so. In the last 4 weeks, I don't know, man. I don't see anybody coming over to our side, but that's not necessarily our kind of aim. We're not looking to convert people. We're just trying to expose them to the idea that you can question the reality that you've kind of taken for granted since the moment you were born. You can question that shit, right? We can question the Earth being born. It would be good critical thought exercise to do so.
All right. New peeps, don't be afraid.
Get that pineal gland working.
Old Space Goat.
Greetings.
I can't remember what you said. Did you want to present any evidence for the ball or no?
Nope. I'm just a skeptic of NASA now.
Nice.
Gotcha.
I mean, you find this even without being a flat earther. There's still the quote unquote conspiracy theory that people believe that the moon landings were faked in the first instance. It's not an uncommon idea to hold, right? I would suggest that most definitely they have faked the moon landings because it's the only thing that they could do to make this reality some kind of tangible. So turn around, take a picture of the Earth, go stand on the moon, go jump up and down and play golf in it, making this solar system heliocentric model some kind of reality in people's minds. Probably the only reason why I would suggest that they faked it.
Yep. To the extent too, like the amount of media coverage across the world. Yep.
So can I bring up one tiny point about that, and feel free to refute it? This is just a tiny talking point. So I actually saw this the other day, but this is not my own independent thought. This is something I'm repeating. But if the United States was in a space race with Russia, and the United States did make it to the moon first, they did not make it to space first, but to the moon first, wouldn't Russia do everything to discredit them for making it to the moon first? And they provided no evidence of it being fake. And you would think that if there was a space race, they would do everything to discredit them.
If they did, would you have seen it back then?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I
You know
wasn't
what I mean?
there in 1969.
Think about Russian media right now, today, in modern like, can you have access to it?
Well, they absolutely, I feel like, would have discredited the United States in some capacity.
Yeah,
It wasn't Russia. It was actually the
Do you-
USSR. So I guess
do
I
you
should refer to
realize-
them by their proper name.
Space race is fake.
That Noah? Yo, what's
They
up,
were on the
Pastelle?
same side in World War
Alright,
II, right?
Sorry, man.
Russia and the United States, or USSR and the United States were on the same side in World War II, right?
Space race
No.
is real fake. The
Yes.
whole thing
They never had a race to space.
Okay, well, this is just
You
a talking
said
point. I'm
no, they
gonna
were
go.
not on the same side.
Someone
It's
said
just
no.
talk. I gotta go on mute.
No, you're good, dude. Just the truth is they were on the same side in World War II. That's how we quote unquote won World War II. So without Russia, we
Well,
would have been defeated.
just to like rag on the moon landing extra hard in case you guys aren't aware, the best like moon landing debate that the Globe was defending, I think McToon debated Alex Stein on the moon landing, which is like the most expert position. He lasted like 15 minutes, went purple faced, and then quit. So if you guys can do better, like I don't know, this is the best the Globe has to offer currently. Someone wants to go record a better defense of the moon landing publicly, that'd be great. Until then, this is it, guys.
Can I get a link for that?
Oh yeah, I
He
threw it in
posted
chat. Oh, I gotta find his link though. I think.
You gotta be super special to still believe that moon landing.
Well, dude, people believe a lot of crazy shit. That's the problem with belief, It's a belief. No evidence, just belief, just faith.
Means you didn't look into it.
I can't remember what James Bond film it was. I don't think it was Moonraker. It might have been another one, but one of the ones that was made with Sean Connery back in the 70s, for example. There was a chase scene, and they ran through a staged area, and they ran through a staged area where they literally had astronauts on the moon and the camera and like cameras and whatnot, showing maybe from some point of view that the moon landings were staged as James Bond's running through that stage of a moon landing. It's kind of funny. This kind of thing has been depicted in films and cartoons from time to time. I can't remember if it was The Simpsons or Family Guy who did something about this as well. But yeah, in some media, like I said, in cartoons
Diamonds
and films,
Are
it has
Forever.
been. Yeah, thank you very much. It was Diamonds Forever, absolutely right. But yeah, it has been depicted that sometimes, people running through stages and whatnot
it
of
right
moon.
here.
Yeah, yeah.
What is your profession?
See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.